Good afternoon, I'm Nate Myhock, and welcome on into Up North at 4. Today we'll chat about the upcoming Herb Fest taking place in Rhinelander. Jeff and I will recap our trip to Sunset Dairy, and we'll get a weather update from our sports reporter turned meteorologist. We'll get to all that in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. I do not do well on golf courses. My swing is terrible. My decision making is also bad. So the deck is already stacked against me. But if you take all of that and add a plane falling from the sky, it's not a very good combination. At a golf course in Colorado, play was paused yesterday when a small plane had to make an emergency landing near the 4th hole. Luckily, nobody was injured, but the NTSB will have to complete the investigation to figure out what caused that emergency landing. And to quote Happy Gilmore, how am I supposed to chip with that going on? I have a few nieces and nephews, and they're at that age where they just love to climb all over things. But usually kids grow out of that phase. However, one man in Oklahoma City decided to go back to his roots, climbing a 50-story building in downtown OKC without any safety equipment. And obviously, you're not allowed to do that, so police and firefighters were waiting at the top to bring him into custody once he completed his climb. Although we spoil our pets to a very obnoxious level, they sometimes have a few surprises up their sleeves. For example, in a battle between a house cat and a coyote, the little kitten actually got the upper hand. A family in Texas captured this on their security camera, and surprisingly, the feline outsmarted the coyote by climbing onto a pole and out of harm's reach. That was before the coyote was then scared off. But if a coyote squaring off against a cat doesn't do it for you, may interest you in a different sort of battle. How about a gorilla and a dog? This was the scene in San Diego over the weekend where the pooch somehow got into a gorilla enclosure. Luckily, the animals were separated. Both the gorilla, the dog, and the spectators were a little nervous about the potential worst-case scenario. And Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joins us now live in studio. Jeff, what do you think? Theo standing up to a gorilla?
I think Theo got the gorilla, yes. All right, here we go. So here we are in Wausau right now. Can you guess the current temperature? I'll give you a second. What do you think? It's currently 95 degrees in Wausau right now. 90 just south of there as well. 96 in Stevens Point, which, by the way, is a new daily record. So it's hot out there. There are a couple places that are a bit cooler, but overall, a very hot day across north central Wisconsin. And it's incredibly humid. These dew points out there in the 70s, that's like beyond tropical air. It feels like the Amazon out there tonight with temperatures hanging out near 90 and dew points in the 70s. That's a bad combination for feel-like temperatures near 100 degrees in Wausau right now, 102, 104 in Rome. So you get the idea. It's a hot day out there. Parts of the Northwoods and far northeastern Wisconsin not as warm, but overall there's lots of heat to go around this afternoon. So take it easy out there. Make sure you stay hydrated. Limit your time outdoors, of course, and stay, inside if you can with the air conditioning going. Check on your neighbors, check on your pets too, and then know the signs of heat exhaustion. Your body will tell you things. Listen to those signs. All right, so it all has to end at some point, right? It's going to end with showers and storms tomorrow, and those will likely now be severe across our area. So tomorrow is going to be most likely a widespread severe weather outbreak around midday, the peak of daytime heating. This is likely going to happen now, so make sure you have your weather aware tomorrow throughout the day. Right now, there's lots of sunshine across north central Wisconsin. It's hot, it's humid, it's breezy out there. But off to our west, there is a cold front. That cold front, it's a strong one. It's going to swing through at the peak of daytime heating tomorrow. That's bad news for us in terms of severe potential because we definitely have some severe weather to get through tomorrow. Let's walk you through it tonight. A couple of thunderstorms are kind of roam across our region tonight, most likely around midnight or afterwards. But here we are tomorrow around midday, 5 o'clock or so. Any of these could be locally severe, and we're talking about really just devastatingly large hail tomorrow, wind gusts near 70 to 80 miles per hour. We don't do this very often, so tomorrow make sure you're weather aware all day long as we do have a severe weather outbreak on the way. We're watching this area, likely upgraded tomorrow as well for more severe hail, more tornadoes, more heavy rain in there. Again, tomorrow is going to be one of those days. Our forecast tonight is humid, hot out there with low temperatures or not so low temperatures near 70. Your full forecast is at 5 o'clock.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Kitchen Bath Mart.
Season after season, customers have found that when it comes to replacing their windows, there's only one company to call. Renewal by Andersen. Call the number below and take advantage of this limited time offer. Plus, go with Renewal by Andersen and you get Renewal by Andersen's signature service. The perfect blend of the best people in the industry, a superior process, and an exclusive product. Call today to schedule your free window diagnosis because this incredible offer is only available for a limited time. Renewal by Andersen. The better way to a better window.
Carpet City.
Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's grand opening sale and receive massive savings along with free carpet installation. Take advantage of grand opening savings at the brand new Eagle River store and all existing locations. Come see why builders and designers only choose Carpet City Flooring Center for their flooring needs. And receive huge savings at the Carpet City Flooring Center grand opening sale.
Our prices will floor you.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
It started somewhere between a cuddle and a struggle. It's the side hug. Tween milestones like this may start at age 9. HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then, too.
For most, HPV clears on its own. But for others, it can cause certain cancers later in life. Welcome! Hi. Now, as the dad cab, it's my cue to help protect them.
Embrace this phase. Help protect them in the next. Ask their doctor about HPV vaccination today.
There's a reason President Trump endorsed Tim Michels for governor.
I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman who helped build a great Wisconsin company and created thousands of jobs.
President Trump called Tim Michels an America First conservative who will support the Second Amendment, honor law enforcement, and stand strong against the woke mob.
If you want to see Madison turned upside down, then I'm asking for your vote.
Tim Michels, endorsed by President Trump for governor.
Welcome on back here to Up North at 4. Beth Hansen from Hansen's Garden Village join us now to talk about Herb Fest. That's one of those words that always throws me off. The herb. H, it's herb. I guess you just dropped the H. Not herb. It's Herb Fest, but that's taking place Saturday. Tell us a little bit about what Herb Fest is all about.
Yes, it's our 27th year. So my parents originally started it a long time ago. And so it's just a free event that kind of celebrates all things herbs. So we've had different people come and talk, do food demonstrations and that kind of thing.
And lots of people are finding herbs to help them feel better, right? It has medicinal properties to it?
Yeah, so we're definitely not in that field. We definitely grow the herbs and people like to, and we like to use them in culinary purposes. Yeah. So this year I really wanted to get some people that had a little more of that kind of knowledge. So we have a really special keynote speaker, Jane Hawley Stevens. She has an organic herbal farm. She's like an expert. You know, I've heard her on public radio, and so I kind of reached out to her in the early spring, late winter, and I said, hey, would you come in and do a talk for our Herb Fest, because she would just be perfect for this event.
Great.
So
And she's showing up on Saturday.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
So we gotta, and she also, you were mentioning too, owns this company. What is it, 4 Elements?
4 Elements Organic Herbals. And so on her organic herbal farm, she processes all the herbs and turns them into different products. So on Saturday, she'll be talking about making teas for your health.
All right, let's back up a bit.
Yes.
You know, obviously Hansen Garden Greenery. You know a lot about growing herbs, right? Are they harder to grow than, say, like tomatoes, or are they easy to kind of take care of and cultivate?
They're easy for the most part. It's just full sun, and then certain ones you'd have to protect from the deer, which are an issue up here.
So you think I could do it?
Yes.
And I'm horrible at growing things. I've killed probably every plant I've even attempted to grow. So
Yes.
I could do this.
Well,
Yes.
don't lots of folks grow them in their kitchens, like indoors?
Yes, but we have this nice summer, so they'll be happier outside. But yeah, you could just stick a basil in a pot, and you could have, basil for your salads all summer long.
There we go.
So
Well, we've had a good summer so far, except for maybe tomorrow's not going to be.
Tomorrow looks a little iffy.
little iffy. But I'm actually, speaking of that, though, for your purposes, how does that, in the summer when the weather can change so rapidly, how does that kind of change what you guys do on a day-to-day basis?
Well, we enjoy the rain because then sometimes we don't have to water everything out there.
Right.
But a lot of stuff is undercover in greenhouses, so there's still lots of watering and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But
all right, so can most herbs go into teas, or do certain herbs perform better, do you think?
there's certain ones, so she'll definitely be talking about that. And then we also have Buffy Miller Jackson, who I think you guys are familiar with.
Oh, we know her quite
She's
well.
going to be talking at 11, and she's going to be doing some culinary demonstrations.
So obviously Buffy's coming, Jane's coming. There's a lot of different events sort of going on throughout the day, right?
So starting at 10, every half an hour, we'll have a different speaker, and people can come and go as they please. It's rain or shine, although it's looking like a nice day.
Right.
And then we'll have a little sale on our herbs. Jane will also be bringing some more rare and unique herbs with her as well. So that'll be fun. And then Mike, who does a lot with the Northwoods Community Garden at Nicolay, will be coming and talking about permaculture.
You know Mike
So-
very well. And the garden is growing over there. All right, so, you guys do so much with education. This is educational for lots of people. And, what can people learn about herbs that they don't know right now, do you think? What are some things that they miss?
I think that we're going to be focusing a little bit, like my dad will be talking about herbs for pollinators and landscaping in that sense. And then my mom always has fun talking about the herb of the year, which will be violas, which isn't a common herb. And then pollinating herbs sometimes also fall in the category of native perennial plants. So there'll be a lot of different things that we'll cover.
I was going to say, so there's kind of a little bit of something for everybody, right? I'm sure there's going to be some people there who are more
And people that just want to come and eat will also be having some food samples. So, and because we now have our Highland grass-fed beef, we'll be doing, I think, some little beef samples afterwards as well.
And Buffy will be there cooking.
Keep twisting my arm, Beth, and I might just show up and take all of the beef. So, obviously there's people there who are more experienced, people like Jeff and I who maybe don't really know anything about herbs. Hand up, I don't know.
Some thyme and rosemary and basil are, you cook with them. You cook with them.
Okay.
But in terms of teas and things, it's all kind of new, right?
It's
so
new,
you can learn some good stuff from this.
Yeah, so I think that's what's really cool about this, right? Is that there's literally something for nearly everybody, right?
Yes, and I'm sure Jane will have a lot of answers to some questions that might be tougher in the actual uses of herbs, because we grow them, we know how to grow them. We aren't necessarily making teas.
Right. But you're giving us peace, tranquility, and harmony. So that's I need that in my life right now.
I could use a lot of peace and tranquility right now. So Beth, for people out there who are watching, where could they get some more info to show up?
At hansonsgardenvillage.com, or they can call us 715-365-2929. But they don't need to sign up; just stop out.
Love what you guys do.
Thank you.
Beth, thank you so much for joining us. When we return after the break, we're going to take a trip over to Minocqua. You're not going to want to miss that. Stick with us here on Up North at 4.
Looking for a grill or smoker? Powerhouse Lawn and Leisure has the best selection around. Charcoal, pellet, wood-fired, and gas, we've got them all. Plus 115 sauces and rubs to choose from. You'll find something you love. Powerhouse Lawn and Leisure in Merrill.
Enjoy the serenity of northern Wisconsin all year long. First stop, Shquagaman Adventure Company. Skis, skates, snowshoes, and fat bikes. Kayaks, canoes, and paddle boards. Shquagaman Adventure Company. Stop by the store or visit us online.
Wickersham Jewelry presents its Spring Estate Jewelry Sale, featuring the largest selection of estate jewelry in Wisconsin. This one-of-a-kind sale will take place at Wickersham's in Rothschild June 14th, Marshfield June 15th, and at their Rhinelander location on June 16th. Explore the beautiful treasures you can find only at an estate sale of this magnitude. Take advantage of one of Wickersham's interest-free financing programs. Wickersham Jewelry. If you can dream it, we can make it.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with the best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get a 100% risk-free guarantee. Call or go online.
Welcome to Patchouli Garden in Park Falls. We love authentic Indonesian patchouli and we specialize in our original custom blends. Everything with the Patchouli Garden name on it we make right here in our store. Visit Patchouli Garden in the store or online.
Wet basement got you down? Is that damp, musty odor preventing you from using your home the way you want to? A wet, damp basement is a real problem that can worsen asthma and allergies, affect indoor air quality, and even damage your valuables. Let SureDry protect your home. When it comes to basements, nobody does it better. SureDry will transform your basement into dry, usable space and improve the air quality of your entire home. Call SureDry today.
Allergy sufferers. Bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. Plus, it works faster than Claritin, and on first dose, provides the same relief as Zyrtec in a pill nearly half the size. Be wise all. Take Zysol at night.
Welcome on back here to Up North at 4. And as we know, it is really hot. It's really humid outside. It's sticky. Unfortunately for Jeff Weller and myself, we are sort of stuck in the office. We've been in here all day. Haven't really been able to enjoy the outdoors, the sunshine or anything, but you could be like our very own Griffin Stroin. I know he's typically a sports reporter, but now he's turned tourist. Griffin, what are you doing today, man?
Oh, Nate, it's just an absolutely beautiful day here in Minocqua. I'm just taking in the sun. I'll tell you right now, it's a little hot. Don't get me wrong. I'm sweating, but we're by the water. We got a nice breeze going on. We've got lots of families around me enjoying the water, enjoying the sun. I mean, the winter was too long, so this is one of those days that you really have to cherish and enjoy, get outside. So it's honestly just an absolutely gorgeous day out here.
Yeah, you know, Griffin, it's 95 in Wausau right now, 82 in Minocqua, and I think I see people behind you in the water. Are you seeing lots of folks kind of enjoying the day out there?
Oh, people are very much enjoying the day, especially the water. You know, you got to get that routine down where maybe you're out in the sun for 30 minutes, you get a good sweat, and then you got to go into the water, cool down, maybe play a couple games in there. A beach ball like I have right now would be perfect. Maybe I'll lend it out to someone a little later on. I do say, though, I'm a little protective of it. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is why people come to the Northwoods, for days like this where it's warm, be by the water, be on the beach. People are definitely enjoying themselves, that's for sure. I don't know if you can tell, I'm also enjoying myself. It's a hard day of work, I'll be brutally honest.
I can tell, and I'm sure you've got some sunscreen on your thighs there. You're looking a little white, but hopefully by the end of today, we'll be having a good baseline tan. Not to throw you under the bus or anything, but what I am also hoping, too, is after the show today, I'll see on eBay a signed Griffin Stroin beach ball as seen on Up North at 4. Any lucky kid out there going to maybe get a gift after the show, you thinking?
A gift. I'll be honest, Nate, I was thinking I was going to keep this myself. Oh. I don't have a beach ball of my own, but maybe you're right. Maybe, you know, like at a baseball game, when you catch a fly ball, you give it to the kid. I think that might be the move. And your sunscreen question, I actually didn't lather up, and that could be a real issue for me because, you know, the winter was long, and I am a little pasty, but hopefully at the end of it, I'm not burnt.
So
that's
bright.
the goal.
It is, yeah,
giving away the ball, that might be a smart idea.
You look like you're wearing white leggings, so hopefully by the end of this, you're not looking too much like a lobster. We're going to be praying for you, Griffin. Thanks so much for joining us on this show today. I'm sure we'll have to chat more about this tomorrow, but in the meantime, Jeff, you and I got to recap our trip to Sunset Dairy in Pittsfield from a few weeks ago. That's coming up next on Up North at 4.
Research shows that adding menthol actually makes tobacco more addictive. And this is a real issue. Tobacco companies have been targeting low-income neighborhoods and racial and ethnic groups for decades. Tobacco is changing, parents. We've got to keep up.
Join us for the historic 50th anniversary celebration of the Iola Car Show, July 7th through the 9th. America's greatest car show features thousands of swap vendors, thousands of show cars, and much more. Special guests this year include Overholland's Chip Foose, Kevin Sorbo of TV's Hercules, The Legendary Journeys, and members of the cast from American Graffiti. Friday's musical lineup includes iconic chart toppers The Grassroots, plus the Doo-Wop Daddies and Road Trip. Find out more at IolaOldCarshow.com.
Spring has sprung at Schrader's. Add color to your summer wardrobe. Show off your pretty toes in new sandals. Find something sweet for your littles. Change up your home decor. And grab something great for your garden at Schrader's. Family owned and operated.
Is it time to update your driveway? Contact S&B Asphalt to blacktop your driveway. An update not only looks nice, but it saves on maintenance and adds value to your property. Seal coating and blacktopping residential driveways, commercial properties, and private roads. S&B is equipped for the job. With a strong reputation as an honest company with competitive pricing, you don't need to turn anywhere else. Call S&B Asphalt today for a free estimate.
Visit Wildberry Market, the premier natural food store in the Northwoods, for all of your organic food and health needs. Grab a healthy lunch on the go, made fresh daily by our deli. Eat well, live well, be well. Wildberry Market in Minocqua and online.
Stony Creek Home and Garden in Minocqua carries a great selection of outdoor furniture, offering the finest brands at a competitive price.
Huge online auction, Don Mock, Wisconsin. New Holland, skid steer, Yamaha, Enduro, motorcycle, Honda ATV, tools, home content, sporting goods, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Take it away, boys. The Bear Cupboard Run, June 25th in Minocqua. Half marathon, 5K run walk, and Kids Cubby Run. Register online at bearcupboardrun.org.
Our kids have to navigate a world that is crowded with flashy tobacco products and manipulative tactics most parents don't know anything about. Tobacco companies are working hard to keep young people hooked and parents out of the loop. Tobacco is changing parents. We've got to keep up.
Welcome back here to Up North at 4, and as you may know, Jeff and I did a tour a couple weeks ago around central Wisconsin celebrating June Dairy Month. Our one stop on the day was at Sunset Dairy in Pittsville. We just got a sort of a feel for what it's like to be a farmer in the year of 2022.
We did.
And the Hughes family there, they were incredible hosts. They were kind of showing us the ropes of what it's like to actually do their daily job.
All the details.
Yes.
All of them.
There's so much that goes into it that I never knew. And you'd think, obviously, feeding cows, like no duh, but it just goes over your head, right? So Jeff, you actually got to try your hand at it.
So here I am feeding one of the newly born calves, right? And it was hungry. It was hungry.
These things suck down those bottles like that.
Yeah, and they love these little homes that they're in right there. You see
the little hutches.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you were petting these calves. They were loving you. I think probably because you were feeding them, but they got along with
you know, I mean, any animal, like when you have food in your hand, they're kind of like, more please.
Yes.
And we had plenty to feed them. So, and I think they had like 9 or 10 little calves that were newly born.
About 9 or 10.
And it's interesting, like once they're born, they enter this rotation, right? Where they're in this pen for so long, then they're in a little bigger pen for so long, and then they're out into the grass-fed areas. It's just like they have a complete cycle that they kind of go through, which is very structured, which is strange. Yeah.
And that's obviously only one part of what you do on a farm. The next thing, driving the tractors. And I'm not going to lie, I was a little nervous.
The field was ready for planting.
So this is you actually
and it needed
I was scared you were going to kill somebody, honestly.
No.
How did this go? I was not in there with you.
Yeah, the field needed, to be turned over, right? And they were going to plant the corn that evening. So we need to get the process done. So here I am.
Was this complicated to drive?
No. I mean, a couple of the gear levers were probably different than, my Volvo, but it was, it wasn't hard to figure out.
Okay,
so look at the drone video there. Great.
You did a good job. They didn't complain about the job they did. So
didn't hit any big rocks. Didn't dull any of the blades. So
2 job duties done.
Check.
But the next one, I was a little more entertaining. You were trying to catch a chicken. Do you remember this?
Yes.
Let's take a look. I did not think you were going to accomplish this, but take a gander
this chicken,
here.
I hear later that they kind of purposely gave me this chicken
because
it was not the hardest chicken to catch. So I think they were underestimating me here.
What was the strategy here?
So the strategy is to go in the opposite direction the chicken turns, because then they're going to turn that way eventually.
Okay.
Right? And so here I am.
And then I loved how you kind of had to get him by the was it the tail? Got him by the tail, picked him up, and
it looks like a happy chicken.
You've been a best friend.
Yeah, and they, they have lots of chickens there. They kind of just roam the entire 70 acres, right?
They do, yes. Yeah. Well, that was so much fun at Sunset Dairy. Thank you again to the Hughes family. We're excited to tell you more about our trip sometime in the near future. But in the meantime, we'll be right back here on Up North at 4.
If you're ready to sell or thinking of buying, Northwoods Realtors are ready to help. Local realtor professionals are knowledgeable on our unique market, and the multiple listing service maximizes exposure for the benefit of sellers and buyers alike. Visit upnorthmls.com today to view properties for sale or to find a realtor who can help you sell or buy in the beautiful Northwoods.
Roof warranties are all about trust. Your trust in GAF, a time-tested company, and our trust in our Master Elite contractors. They're trained, licensed, insured, and only they can offer our best warranties.
Call Oneida Roofing today.
How is he still playing?
Aspercream Arthritis, full prescription strength, reduces inflammation. Don't touch my piano.
Kick pain in the Aspercream.
I was out here all day yesterday and didn't get a bite. Got my bait at the other guy's shop. Where'd you get yours?
Kurt's Island Sport Shop, of course.
Kurt's Island Sports Shop, downtown Minocqua.
Get in gear with 11% off everything at Menards. We've got your automotive needs covered, from tools, towing, and accessories to maintenance and everything in between. Need ratchet straps? Got it. Wiper blades? Copy that. Motor oil? Done. Get your car clean with a new Snapper pressure washer. It comes with a maintenance-free pump and reliable Briggs & Stratton engine. All Snapper pressure washers are 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Everyone sleeps at Tomahawk Furniture and Gun with prices so low you'll have to bend over to see them. Prices that'll make your eyes pop out. Want to sleep watching TV? Check out our recliners. You want to pass out face first in a sofa? Check out our sofas. And beds. We've got beds. Check us out. Prices so low you'll think we're crazy. Because everyone sleeps at Tomahawk Furniture and Gun. So, Jeff, hot, sticky, kind of a soupy mess out there today, and I guess we're just kind of gearing up for it.
And you know it has to turn, right? So earlier I used some language earlier that I don't often use in weather forecasts. Devastatingly large hail, and that is absolutely in the forecast for tomorrow. It could be some wind gusts near 70 to 80 miles per hour. And again, here is a cold front coming through during peak daytime heating with all this moisture and juice in the atmosphere right now. That's going to happen tomorrow. So tomorrow is one of those days. Be weather aware. Have your safe spot because it's going to get a little bumpy for a few hours.
And we, of course, hope you stay safe out there and make sure to listen to this guy. He knows what he's talking about. So we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining us on Up North at 4.